Hi, everyone. I am joined today with Phillip Himes. Phillip, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing swell. Glad to have you on today. Phillip is a local real estate agent in the League City area. And Phillip, you've been there for quite a while, haven't you?
I've been at EXP for about, this is my second year with them in
Okay.
real estate for the last five.
Awesome. And has all of that been in League City?
Pretty much, yes.
Great, great. And I know that beforehand we were chatting a little bit that you worked in the mortgage industry. Tell us a little bit about your story, why you got into real estate, and also kind of where you started off in the mortgage space.
Absolutely. I was in the military for 9 years. I got out, wanted to be a stockbroker, and did that for a little while. And then my wife at the time said, she's getting promotion, and we had to move away, and I didn't want to start from scratch with that. So she said, "Why don't you try the mortgage industry?" And I did. Within 3 months, I became the top producer in my office. Within the first year, I did 27 million. After that, I did 60 million or more every year after that.
Wow.
My manager saw a spark of leadership in me and asked me to take on a management role. I did that, did a very good job training. I love to train people. I love to help people. So it kind of fit real good, especially my military background has a lot of leadership training in it. So that worked well as a management role. And I could get people to be good at the mortgage industry. So they moved me from place to place to kind of take over markets that weren't doing as well as they would have liked, and building those markets up. And then I went to Wells Fargo, did it for a while with them, and then I got a call from Hibernia Bank, which brought me back to Houston. I started their mortgage operation in all of Texas, and then Capital One bought them out, and I basically took on Louisiana at the same time, or northern Louisiana. So I was in that industry, and I was working quite a bit. I liked it, and I love the mortgage industry. But after 2008, some of the regulations made it very difficult for a well-qualified buyer to get a loan. So that was very frustrating. So I decided to basically go in the real estate business, and I've been here ever since. So I was also an investor. I've invested several homes, rehabbed several homes, and all that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. You've been all over. That's cool. You did some stock, as a stockbroker as well.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And thanks for your service. What branch were you in the
I was
military?
in the Army.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, over the course of just your real estate career, so not mortgage,
Uh-huh.
in the Texas area in League City, how many people would you say that you've been able to help over the course of, what was it, the last 5 years in real estate?
Yeah, I'm just starting my fifth year. So since inception of becoming a realtor, and my first year I was kind of doing still mortgages and real estate at the same time. So, but I've done I think 78 homes in that
Wow,
time.
that's great. In 4 years, then.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. And I know you do great. We were talking a little bit beforehand of helping buyers and also sellers. And right now the market's crazy, and sellers can, there's a lot of competition. And we were talking beforehand about what is really unique for you and in helping people sell their homes. So, Phillip, I want to hear about that. It was, with your background in the mortgage and in the investing space, you talked a little bit beforehand about bringing the investor know-how to the average home seller, the normal home seller that isn't really involved in real estate. So, tell us a little bit about that. What value do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table when someone's wanting to sell their home?
Okay, when someone is looking to sell their home, when they talk to a real estate agent, they usually get like a price range in which they can sell their home, say
Yeah,
100 to 125, right?
sure.
And what happens a lot of times is everybody that's selling their home wants to be at the higher end of that range, but they haven't increased the value of their home or offered, because the buyers are looking for value. And if you price it at 125,000, but it's dated and it needs repairs and stuff, it's probably not going to be worth 125,000. It's going to be probably worth more closer to 100,000. What I do is I give you options instead of just saying this range and tell me where you want me to list your home. I give you options, realistic options. Right now, your home can sell for 110,000. But if we did these strategic investments to make your home more appealing to the current buyers out there, we could probably get that 125. Also, when I do that kind of stuff for my clients, my average closed time on market is less than 6 days. So when I rehab your house for you, and it could be as little as like $3,000 or $4,000, and as high as $17,000. Depends on what you want to do or how much needs to be done and what's potentially out there for you to get in the marketplace. But the goal is to what we call at least 3x your money or 4x your money. That means get 3 times the money you invest to 4 times the money you invest. And I'm very consistent on getting at least 3x your money for what you invest. And that's because I spent years as an investor and I kind of know how to milk every penny of equity out of a home. Plus, it's all about presenting your home. I stage all my homes. And the reason why is it's the same reason why a builder stages each of their models, because the better the home looks, the more likely you're going to get a higher price. So it's just, I'm kind of like Property Brothers Light. I don't go in and tear down walls and all that kind of stuff. But I can make your home look as appealing as possible for the least amount of money. And that really works, for my clients.
Try to 3 or 4x that.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. That's great. Six days on market. That's crazy. And as far as that dilemma you're talking about is, hey, this is the price you could list it for, but what is the value? You mentioned beforehand that even in a market like this, what percentage of homes fail to sell? Did you say?
Even in a market like ours, where basically we're talking buyers are searching for months to find a home, where the inventory levels are 1 month or 2 months, still 31% of homes fail to sell. And it's those 31% of homes that, if they talk to a guy like me, could show them how to create value for their home and then present it to the market properly, could actually sell their home very quickly. But, they either aren't offering the right value for the price they've chosen, and they need to do some work to get it to that price.
Gotcha. That's phenomenal. I love that. And hopefully anyone that's watching this or does watch it thinks the same. When it comes to the buying side of things, what advice would you give buyers, or what do you do to really help buyers to find the home they're looking for at the right price?
Well, having a mortgage background, I understand financing extremely well. I know where they can get down payment assistance if they need to. I have the lenders in place that can do that. I know that they're very good at what they do. I personally, in the Houston area, probably trained over 500 or 600 loan officers myself. So I know the guys that are going to do a good job for you. I also know the guys that when you're in a position where you have excellent credit, you don't need down payment assistance. I know the guys that can get you the best interest rates because that's the way their company operates, right?
Right.
They will operate in volume. Other people operate in, extra help, those kinds of incentives. That's how they add value. Both of them don't have the same rates. They're real close, but not the same. I can also tell you how to basically work on some credit issues if you're in that position, to where we can raise your credit score by 60 to 100 points just by paying off some credit cards or getting a new credit card sometimes. There are other things you can do. So it's the financing, and I think what people need to understand when they're buying home, the financing is as costly, probably more costly than the home itself. So when you finance a home on 30-year mortgage, you're really going to pay, if it's a $100,000 home, by the time 30 years is up, you'll have paid $300,000 for it. So properly picking your financing when you're looking at that situation of financing is very, very important, because it can save you thousands of dollars. And on top of that, as far as buyers go, you need to, my goal as a realtor is to get you the home you love, right? And I can negotiate really hard. I've gotten on a really consistent basis and have gotten people 15, 20, $30,000 off the list price of the home. On the other hand, I've taken clients and helped them get the home because we knew what to offer the home based on what the market bared and went over list price. So my job is to get you to your goal, and that's actually buying the house you love. And in some cases, it's about paying top market, because that's that kind of home. It's got a lot of traffic, a lot of people want it, and we want to be able to outbid those people, but at the same time, not overpay and be upside down.
Right.
On the other end, we got a home over here that needs a little work. It's overpriced, and I know how to negotiate that down to where you get it at the price that it should be at based on our current market.
Love it. That's great. And Phillip, if any home buyers or home sellers want to connect with you moving forward after watching this, what is the best way to reach out to you? Email you, find you on social media? where can people find you or reach out?
They can email me. I'm also on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm going to be starting a YouTube channel pretty soon. But
Awesome.
or you can just go to my website at philiphimes.com.
philiphimes.com. Okay, great. Well, Philip, thanks for hopping on today and telling us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate
Have a
it.
good one.